Alrighty, YouTube, Niner Empire, what is going down? Welcome back to another video. So Adam Schefter comes out with a pretty interesting report. So on Tuesday morning, just this morning, he went on to Unsportsmanlike Radio and shared a revealing tidbit from the negotiations. And that was that Purdy's camp initially saw an annual salary of $65 million, which would have made him the highest paid player in NFL history by over $5 million. Now, Schefter didn't seem too surprised by the opening asking price that Purdy and his camp were asking for. He said, yes, that was his initial asking price, 65. But you know what? Everybody's initial asking price should be high. That's how it should be, and his was. I don't know that he thought he was going to get that, but you might as well start high. Nothing abnormal and unusual about that at all. So, again, Schefter makes a good point here. Like, I'm sure multiple players tend to ask, for a higher annual price than they would probably take. That's just kind of like a negotiation tactic, I would assume. But obviously, his total earnings in his first 3 seasons, when he first came into the NFL, he earned a combined $2.6 million, and now he's going to make $2.9 million per week. So he'll make more in 1 week this year than he did in his first 3 seasons, which is an absurd stat. And then obviously, the 49ers initially landed on a $53 million per year salary. He's getting $55 million per year in the first 3 seasons. And then the final 2 seasons of his contract, he'll be getting paid $53 million. So, and then coming in with, Schefter also kind of shed light on a trade talk. Schefter noted that while the two sides were still negotiating and far apart in their numbers, no teams, even the quarterback needy ones, expressed trade interest in Brock Purdy. Schefter said, I remember talking to teams and just being like, hey, as they were trying to solve their quarterback needs, any interest in Brock Purdy? And they were like, great player, but he's a great player for them. So they didn't see it that way. So that was the opinion of other teams, Schefter said. So obviously, even if the 49ers had been open to trading Brock Purdy, there didn't appear to be a lot of interest amongst other teams around the NFL to trade for Brock Purdy. Obviously, it could have been likely due to him on the pursuit of a deal that would make him one of the league's highest paid players. So definitely some interesting reports coming out. Again, this is all from Adam Schefter on the Unsportsmanlike Radio just this morning. So again, his initial asking price from the 49ers was $65 million per year. Obviously, would have been absurd for the 49ers to pay him that much money. I think it would have been absurd for the 49ers to pay him $60 million. But again, seems to me like it was a negotiation tactic. I think you always probably want to ask higher than what you think you'll get in negotiations when signing these contracts. And like Schefter said, there's plenty of other players in the NFL that do that. So it's not surprising to me that Purdy had his asking price at a pretty substantial level on the annual average per year mark. So obviously he ended up coming in with a contract that is 5 years, $265 million. It's puts him right at the 7th highest paid quarterback in the NFL. And I think the contract that Purdy got is great for both sides. I think Purdy got exactly what about he's worth, or exactly about what he's worth. And then you look at the 49ers and the way they kind of set this contract up and the cap hit. It is a good deal for the 49ers as well. So Wanted to come on here and talk about that, though. Thought that was pretty interesting that his asking price was as high as it was off rip. But again, I mean, it's not surprising. Like, I'm sure multiple other NFL players out there started a much higher asking price than what they actually will take. So let me know what you guys think of this in the comments down below. Yeah, as always, go Niners. I'll see you guys in the next one.